Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Boilermakers will kick it away to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Badgers offense takes the field to start this game off. And all eyes on this man as he takes the field. The defense knows they're going to try to throw him the football, and it probably won't matter, guys.
Oh, but the defense, Reese, will be locked in. He will see double coverage. They will know where he's at on every single snap, Jesse, or else you will get beat quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He's one of the few receivers in the country, guys, where if it's man coverage, he's open, zone coverage, he's open. If he's double covered, he's open. Throw that guy the ball.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally.
Nothing but green ahead. Inside the 10. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to... He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Purdue's offense will have its first possession of the game. And you want to talk about dudes who can bring the heat off the edge, David? Both of these teams have somebody that can do just that.
That's so much fun. They get off the rock, and they get in the backfield and get to quarterbacks. Make them feel uncomfortable, get them to the ground. These guys change the way offenses are playing the game.
These offensive coordinators better help out their quarterback. These guys need to be double-teamed with tight ends and running backs. You let these guys go one-on-one, you're asking to get sacked.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
That is a great job getting to the quarterback. And when you're playing in Camp Randall Stadium, one of the loudest atmospheres in all of college football, and your offensive line can't hear the snap count, and you've got dudes like T.J. Watt.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
It's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Bob.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Makes the grab, and a nice gain gets it to the 35. That completion delivers a 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Looking for a man, it's Vincent. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. The Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw it again. Intercepted. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Fires downfield. And this senior quarterback knows he had a chance that time and just put a little too much on it.
Yeah, I just feel watching this offense, they need a big play. They need their confidence to get going, get the mojo going, considering they really struggled their last time out. They just don't seem to have figured it out quite yet here in the first quarter.
Crosses the 30, he's got away. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. And the Boilermakers want to crank the tempo. They'll throw it on first down. Makes his connection. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got a kick in the door. Slams ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Purdue! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receiver...
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Back to throw, it's Vincent. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Starting to feel a little pressure. He'll try to do it himself. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. This offense has a 2nd down play. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Coming after it. He just treated that thing like a hot potato, and they're going to call him for grounding.
Intentional grounding.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. And the Badgers will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. First down for this offense. Looking for a gap, it's Murphy. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They go to the draw. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. The Boilermakers will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll signal for and make the fair catch right around midfield. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
The offense set for a first down play. Trying to start the drive with a pass. They're working that left side. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Makes a connection. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Comes out throwing on first down. Makes the grab on the left. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. Defense going all in to stop the run. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and
snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Badger.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when throwing in because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
They'll keep it on the ground. Got room at the 35. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Boilermakers will hustle to the line. Trying to move them on the counter. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. It's caught. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The give. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
This drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. He'll pull it on the read. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that second one.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Scrambling away. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Sends it downfield. Caught at the 25. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Wisconsin. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Toledo was able to cap off a close one inside the Glass Bowl with a narrow victory. And that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused on the big picture. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got an open man. Oh, look out. There he goes. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
So that big play changes the complexion of things. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Got it in stride inside the 20. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Feeling some heat. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. And it's 3rd down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Madison, and welcome in to the halftime update. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere, and I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Camp Randall.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Badgers will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Boilermakers in the hurry up. Williams will pass. Keeps looking downfield. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Murphy. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the foot.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field and jump around a bit.
They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting.
And his throw is incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. To the air, it's Vincent. Trying to burn this defensive back. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Badgers decide to punt it away.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So the offense keeps its drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. Wide receiver shows motion. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Finds his man enough for the first. And they'll finally shove him out of bounds after a strong run. The Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback checking off. Looking to pass. It's Vincent. Looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Badger. He is putting the Badgers on his back. Reminds me of games we called when Russell Wilson was at the helm.
Yeah, and I know Wisconsin fans get jacked up.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's going to pass on 2nd down. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. From the red zone, looking for a space. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. Offense set on 1st down. Handoff to the lone back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Using the quick game. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Williams looking for a man. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
What a beautiful day for the defense. A sack for you, a sack for you. Everybody gets a sack. Everything good happening for this defense.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And that pass is intercepted.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
He's looking for a man on second down. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Wisconsin. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. They're on the board again, and it looks as if...